What's up, YouTube? This is Too Raw for TV. Alright, so as we all know, Duane Davis, also known as Keffe D, who is 60 years old, I believe, was recently arrested for his alleged role in the events that led to the death of Tupac Shakur back in September of 1996. It has been 27 years since the crime was committed. And I know some people thought that this case was closed, but no, this case was never closed. Neither is the case involving Notorious B.I.G., a.k.a. Christopher Wallace. It's a cold case, but those cases were never solved. But law enforcement now believes that they have the right person in custody. And now, everyone awaits to see what Keffe D will do. All right? Now, I can't prove this because I don't particularly trust the source. All right? It's not the most reliable source. I'm seeing a couple things on Media Takeout. I don't really particularly trust them as like a definitive source, obviously. And I saw some other sources hinting that Keffe D may italicize, may emphasize, may drop some names. All right? Now, I am by no means trying to definitively say that P. Diddy, a.k.a. Sean Combs, has anything to do with this situation. But allegedly, there have always been rumors and speculation that he had a role in the events that led to the loss of life of Tupac Amaru Shakur. All right? There's various different conspiracy theories. People have different beliefs as to what happened. All I'm going to say is there is one prevailing theory that seems to be perhaps the largest of these conspiracy theories. Now, before I get into that, law enforcement state that they believe that Duane Davis's role in this crime was that while his nephew, or the man he claims to be his nephew, or was his nephew, Orlando Anderson, was the trigger man. But it was Keffe D, according to law enforcement, that masterminded the actual the actual crime that was committed. All right, he's the one that told him, his nephew Orlando Anderson, to fire, who to fire, whatever. Right? Now, of course, Orlando Anderson isn't here. He lost his life in a shootout back in 1998. But there are some people that believe that there was a larger conspiracy going on. All right? As we all know, back then, that was the peak of tensions between, or the beef between East Coast and West Coast. There is one theory, and like I said, I want to emphasize this is a theory. I'm not saying this is true, but there is one theory that a particular rapper that's posted here, that you see here, rapper / producer, whatever you want to call him, put a bounty on Tupac Shakur, and that the entire event, the beating of Orlando Anderson, was staged so that law enforcement will be thrown off by this particular event as the motive to the eventual crime that was taking place that took the life of Tupac Shakur. What some people believe is that the mastermind behind all of this was none other than a East Coast rapper slash dancer whose name I'm not going to say on video. But, he may be on the screen, all right? Whether or not that's true or not, I have no idea. I have no evidence. But it's an interesting theory because there are some people who are insinuating, and this is just rumors, at this point, rumors, that Keffe D may be on the verge of telling law enforcement some things that he has kept to his chest for 26, 27 years. If he faces the possibility of life imprisonment, there may be, possibly, if this was a so-called conspiracy, this thing could blow wide open. You know what I'm saying? Now, all of these things I'm saying are possibilities, not necessarily true. All right? I want to keep emphasizing that. I don't want anybody to take what I'm saying as the absolute gospel. But if any of these things are true, this situation is going to make the O.J. Simpson trial look like Mayberry. It's going to make the O.J. Simpson trial look like Mayberry, like a court case in Mayberry on Andy Griffith Show, by comparison. With social media and anything dealing with Tupac as far as justice is concerned, if that's the case, man, it can get there. It can get really bad. Now, I'm of the opinion that there are certain people in our society that are, for the most part, protected. And even if there was something that would happen that was wrongdoing, I don't know if said person would be of high enough status to make a dent. You know what I'm saying? At one point, does it become easier to just get rid of somebody rather than just upset the whole apple cart? So, the next couple of weeks, I think, will be very telling. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be very telling the next couple of weeks as far as the development of this whole situation. But tell me what you guys think.